So we've had some monsoon rains, which is really nice for us because we really needed the rain. So it's warm and kind of humid this last week. The gardens are growing really great, and so are some of the bugs. So with our warm summer nights, this allows the bugs to go through their life cycle quite a bit faster, which means we need to be more on top of our bug patrol to keep our gardens free of pests. So with just a little bit of knowledge, you can get after those pesky bugs and keep your garden totally organic. So the bug I would like to talk about today is a tomato hornworm. So the tomato hornworm is the biggest pest for the tomato plants. It's a large green worm that is about 4 inches long at maturity, and it has white stripes and a horn on its rear end. So the adult moth is large with a wingspan of 4 to 5 inches. The hummingbird moth, the sphinx moth, and the hawk moth are some of the varieties of tomato hornworms. So the tomato hornworm will spend its winters as a hard-shelled pupa, which is about 3 to 4 inches long below the soil level. And then in the spring it emerges as a moth and will lay its eggs on the tomato plants, usually in May or June. And then the eggs will hatch in 3 to 8 days. The best way to rid the garden of the tomato hornworm is to pick them off by hand, and if you don't want to touch them, you can use some tweezers or some pliers. If you're watching your tomato plants, you can see the damage and then go ahead and look for the worms. So I'm really lucky. My cat likes to catch them and eat half of them and leave the rest on the bathroom rug. So there are safe organic ways to eliminate the tomato hornworm from your garden. Here are 4 natural ways to keep the tomato hornworm from destroying your tomato plants. Number 1 is Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew. So you can use Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew once a week from the time we see the moths flying around in the spring until like your 3rd hard frost. And go ahead and spray once a week if the population is low and twice a week if the population gets large. Number 2 is Sligo Plus. This is an organic lizard product that has iron phosphate and spinosad as the active ingredients, and it is effective on tomato hornworm, and it comes in a pellet form, and you're going to sprinkle this on the plant leaves because tomato hornworm is usually up in the plants. Number 3 is row covers. Just a physical barrier such as a row cover or a small screen can keep the moths from getting on the plants and laying the eggs. And number 4 is pyrethrins. So pyrethrin is an extract from the chrysanthemum flower. It is toxic to tomato hornworms. So you spray it on the plant, or you can use it in dust form 2 times a week until you don't see any more damage. So the biggest thing with the tomato hornworm is just be vigilant. If you have had them in the past, you're probably going to get them again. So spend some time looking at your plants for any chew marks or feces. And if you see any signs of the hornworm, you can get them out of the garden safely and naturally. If you'd like to learn the other ways to control garden pests, you can get it in our Homemade and Organic Pest Control ebook. And you get the book for free when you sponsor the High Performance Garden Show. So we give it away along with the Gardener's Guide to Perfect Soil and the Preserving Fruits and Vegetables Guide to anyone who sponsors the show at the $8.25 level. The money we raise from the sponsorship goes to keeping the show free to everyone around the world. And I feel that everyone should have access to learn how to grow food for themselves and their families. And by sponsoring the show, you are part of keeping this education free and feeding people around the world. So if you'd like to learn more about high-performance gardening and the garden concepts that lead to success, go ahead and go to our website at thelivingfarm.org. And there you can find more articles, videos, and e-courses that can help you on your way to success. If you want to learn how to grow $2,500 worth of organic produce with only a 15-minute a day commitment, sign up for the High Performance Garden Show. There are hundreds of episodes chock full of my best gardening secrets that I have learned over the last 3 decades. Go to thelivingfarm.org/high-performance-garden-show. It's free and online. Also, if you want to join the premier online community of people who grow food, medicine, and build resilient communities, join us today at thegrownetwork.com. Thanks so much for watching. May your garden be easy, fun, productive, and always organic.